Hello everybody, my name's Steve, I'm the British Railroader and welcome to my model railroad room for yet another video about my great American adventure. So we've kind of reached the halfway mark. This is the last video I'm going to be making about my time in Pittsburgh and Pennsylvania with my good friend Andy Blanco and his wonderful family and all of his great friends. I spent just under a week with Andy. We travelled all over Pennsylvania, which you will see in the previous videos that I've made. We visited museums, we chased trains, we went to a few great model railway shops. And we spent the day on the Pittsburgh Light Railway being shown around by Chuck, which was just immense. It was fantastic. I got to Pittsburgh via Amtrak's Pennsylvanian, which is trains number 42 going eastbound and 43 going westbound, which runs between Pittsburgh and New York every day. It's a 9-hour train journey. It's a little bit ball breaking. I went business class, where you get a little bit more room and free drinks and things like that. So it was worth paying that little bit of extra money. And it wasn't, in the grand scheme of things, a huge amount of money for the length of train journey. I mean, here in the UK, we'd be paying an awful lot more for probably an awful lot less. But it got me thinking that I did pick up a few bits and pieces of footage of Amtrak on this trip, not just from the train that I was on, but I got to see the train that I had been on a couple of times. And also, Andy and I nipped down when we were on our little road trip to the Keystone Corridor. So the Keystone Corridor runs between Pittsburgh and Harrisburg, and it's electrified. So this was part of the Pennsylvania Railroad, and they electrified out as far as Harrisburg, never got any further. I think the plan had been to go all the way to Pittsburgh, which would have been really, really good. However, they stopped at Harrisburg and trains would change over. Now, Amtrak run a service called the Keystone Service, which runs, I think it's about 5 or 6 round trips a day between Harrisburg and Philadelphia. And these trains are run push-pull. They have an electric loco at the front and a cab car at the end. And I did manage to get a shot of one of them whizzing past. It's a blink and you will miss it kind of moment, but I will put that footage in here. So this is kind of a little bit of just general Amtrak footage and a few photographs. I'll explain what's happening as I go along. Hello everybody, my name's Steve, I'm the British Railroader and I'm here at Moynihan Train Hall at Penn Station, and today I'm catching train number 43, the Amtrak Pennsylvanian, to Pittsburgh to go and stay with my mate Andy. So it's probably not going to be huge amounts of footage, but we'll see what we can get. I'm just going to work out how to check in and everything, so I'm off to do that. Okay, so I'm currently waiting at Penn Station. As you can see there, my train is on time. It's the 10:52 Pennsylvanian. We're just waiting for a track to come up. I am a little bit early, it's only about 10:15. But as soon as the track comes up, we can get on. Okay, that's it from this video. And that's it from Pittsburgh and Pennsylvania. The next lot of videos that are coming are going to be from New York and the surrounding area. So I would like to once again give a big thanks to my friend Andy, his wife Trish, his son Charlie, Charlie's fiance Abby, also to Ron Bowen, to Bob Dengler, to Neil and Dennis, who you saw in the video about the visits to the model railroads, and also a big thank you to all of the guys in the operating session. I would love to name you all, but you know, my memory ain't that good. My time in Pittsburgh was amazing because of you all. And because of you all, you are the reason why I would go back and go for another visit. If Trish would have me, bless her, she was very, very gracious in having one of Andy's train friends come and stay for a week. But it was a wonderful trip, and I loved every minute of it. I hope you've enjoyed this video and the previous sort of half dozen or so videos that came out of the trip to Pittsburgh. If you haven't seen them, go and have a look at them. If you've enjoyed them, please give them all a big thumbs up. It helps the channel immensely. If you haven't done so already, then go and subscribe. It's absolutely free, and a little bell will come up. Click it, press all, and you're going to be notified of all my videos as they are released. I'm also available on all of these social media sites, so go find me, follow me, all of that kind of thing, and you can message me through these as well. If you have any comments or questions, then feel free to post them below, or you can email me directly on this email address that's coming along just here. But that's it from me. My name's Steve. I'm the British Railroader. I am saying goodbye from my model railway room. Goodbye, kind of, from Pittsburgh, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.